it's just, I feel like it's good for my health. Friends, pals, and loved ones, thank you so much for tuning in. Here as of recently, I found that my YouTube subscription box has been full of reaction videos from vocal coaches, which is kind of ironic because I can't sing, as well as different guitar teachers reacting to things that they've seen for the first time. And I kind of wanted to hop in on that. I love watching music. I love playing music. I've lapsed from time to time into how persistent I am with the amount of time that I offer it. But like I said, I wanted to hop in on that. And today was as good a day as any to start. So to start out, obviously the subscriber count's kind of in the tank, non-existent almost, I would say. And so I was just going to do a handful of my all-time favorite performances to start out with. And here, as of recent, within the last year, I believe, unfortunately, Eddie Van Halen passed away from a long battle with throat cancer. When that happened, I spent probably 15 minutes crying. I never got the chance to meet Eddie Van Halen, but he was always an idol of mine. And I feel like everybody has that person whenever they're, just starting to play music that they want to emulate, they want to be that person. And Eddie Van Halen was that guy for me. I'm slowly inching in on being the person who's been playing guitar for, quote, decades now. Unfortunately, I don't have as much to show for it as I'd like, but I remember back in the day watching Eddie Van Halen with my dad, and I could not even believe somebody could do something with a guitar. Some of the things that he was doing, it just blew me away. One performance in particular that really stuck with me was his performance on Live Without a Net. So that was a concert in New Haven, Connecticut in '86. So they were with Sammy Hagar at the time, right after the release of 1984, so the album. A couple years after that, David Lee Roth had left, and Sammy Hagar was with them, so we were just turning into the, the 5150 era of Van Halen. And I remember I had this concert, the whole concert on DVD, and I'd watch it with my dad probably once a week. Just some of the stuff that he was doing was just mind-blowing. To this day, it gives me chills. I have some really fond memories of watching this concert. In particular, the guitar solo section is about 12 minutes long and is just the coolest thing. I have friends that will start playing guitar, or people that will start playing guitar, and I'll show them this video as the cool guitar player. I've never seen anything that epitomizes being a cool guitar player in the 80s than Eddie Van Halen, Live Without a Net, playing his guitar solo. So, without further ado, like I said, I've seen this before. I haven't seen it in a while, but let's give it a watch. So he's got the Kramer here. It's just awesome. Let me turn this down a little bit. Just as a side note, so smoking is really bad. I think part of the reason why I'm not going to say part of the reason. The reason he had throat cancer is because he smoked like a freight train. So just an FYI, I used to think that was really cool and lived doing what he loved doing, smoking and tucking it into the strings, and then blowing smoke rings before he rips the solo. I think he's tuned up for that. So the most Van Halen stuff's tuned down half a step, and that song is 316. So that was released. I don't remember what album it was on, but that was an instrumental tune that I actually recorded, a cover of one of my favorite, just like really simple, peaceful licks. I think he's in standard or maybe dropped down an extra half step. Can't really tell. But it's a little A chord. Anywho. He's slinging the pick out to the audience, man. It literally does not get any cooler. Give him another one. So he's just like tapping around the key of A here. Most of Van Halen's songs are in A. Yeah, he's over. Hold on, I gotta pause it. I'm like 3 minutes. He's. Well, let me dirty up the guitar here. So he's doing some sliding, and then he's essentially just running around a guitar solo in A, but just some of the things that he was. So the original Van Halen album came out in '78. So their debut album was in 1978. Before then, hearing things like this in mainstream music was just not really, you still had some Zeppelin. I think you probably were starting to phase out of the Stones a little bit. You had some Kiss creeping in. AC/DC was around. So, different landscape, but just some of the sounds that he was making with a guitar, and especially a guitar with one pickup, so he's theoretically even more limited, is just mind-blowing to me. But, anyhow. He's just tapping an A scale there. Dive bomb time. And then he does the eruption lick. It's just pouring sweat in pink, long flowing, whatever those are, and a wife beater. See, that's... Hold on a second. Back up to this shot. Let me see if I can capture it. That is, to me, the... I'm shaking the desk. That is, to me, the coolest picture of, like, rock and roll guitar, period. And I know, there's an argument to be made that who the best, quote unquote, best guitarist is. This frame here, to me... Like I've got literal chill bumps. I mean, it's just, it does not get any better as far as 80s rock guitar as this frame. Eddie Van Halen playing Eruption in a wife beater, pouring the sweat with a cigarette tucked underneath his strings, just behind the nut. That's awesome. That's, oh my gosh. I don't remember how to play that part. So he's like a... So, still just an A scale. Can you imagine hearing... I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. Can you imagine hearing that on the radio in 1978? Holy crap. This is another song that they ended up releasing. I want to play it. Because he does some weird stuff here. I just gotta sit back and... it's one of those things where the technical difficulty of what he's doing is not the thing. It's the fact that he was doing it almost 40 years ago now. That's 40 years ago. This song ended up being, I don't think it was out when he recorded this solo, and if it was, I may be mistaken. I always get their discography a little bit skewed, but this is Cathedral, right? And so the entirety of the song is him. So the delay is just cranked, right? He's got delay, and he's toying with the guitar, or the volume knob. I know you can't see me playing with it, but so he's doing this, but it's essentially just chords. And then he does like a rundown. Anyway, crazy. Yeah, as you can see, they zoom in there, and he's giving it one of these. And then a little rundown. Just sweat. I'm trying to think of what song this is. So he's tapping there. He's doing. It's like. It's something like right around the 12th fret where he's just. It's almost all just muted strokes, and then he's occasionally. I just don't know. Don't know the technique, but that's essentially the gist. Still an A. Maybe? So I said, I don't think I'm tuned to where he's at, because I'm a half step down. But I'm trying to think if they kept it that way after David Lee Roth left, because most of their stuff, for the longest time, was all tuned down half step. Oh, man. Oh, man. Two have been there. So that's... Oh, man. So he's doing like a 3-7-12. That's so cool. That's so cool, man. Oh, Alex and Halen time. He's coming in with like a hybrid kit too. He's got the freaking half electronics, half the coolest. It's the absolute coolest thing in the world. If I could bottle up the feeling that I had the first time that I ever saw that on DVD that I bought from what's the store in the mall, I probably went whenever I was like 8 with my dad. I wasn't even playing guitar at the time. I had only been playing drums, and somehow or another we ended up getting this Live Without a Net DVD from FYE. That's what it was. It was the FYE. And I remember watching it in, we had this big old big screen TV in the basement at my grandma's. And I remember watching that for the first time, and I could not even, I couldn't wrap my mind around just what I had seen. Like, it was crazy. If I could just bottle that feeling up, like the first time I'd ever seen that again, that would be stellar. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I loved watching it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite performances of all time. Be sure to leave a like. Be sure to leave a comment. I think it's about it. Awkward silence. Oh boy. Thanks, guys.